Hello, what's up, folks? It is I, Will, again, with Exposing the IWC, and today we're talking about what? Charlotte Flair may be coming around the mountain here very soon. We're talking about Toni Storm returning out of nowhere. Not really out of nowhere, it's kind of obvious considering what we saw last night. That match they had with Mina and Mariah was there to set up Toni Storm's return, clearly. Talk about that. We'll dive into some, overall WWE booking, like Saturday night main event predictions, stuff like that. What can we expect? What do we think is going to happen? And I'll focus on some specific stuff about specific things about NXT and Dynamite. I won't go through the entire show. We'll go through it. We'll see how much I cover when it comes to Dynamite and NXT. But it was okay. Those shows are alright. Wasn't my favorite. Dynamite, NXT was cool, but we'll talk about it here in a second. Do me a favor. Hit a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And yeah, according to recent reports, Charlotte Flair is supposed to be coming around the mountain. I'm not entirely sure when that's going to happen. Usually, well, if you look at what happened with Shotzi, so Shotzi came up, spoiler alert, if you didn't watch NXT, Shotzi showed up on NXT, came back from ACL tear. She showed up where she got injured, all right? Right before she showed up, there was a picture that's floating around of her taking a picture at the dungeon with Natty. And then recently, Charlotte Flair, she posted a picture of herself. So, of her training, or like a group of people. So, if that is true, the timeline for Charlotte Flair showing up is tomorrow? If that is going to continue, posting Instagram pictures of yourself training and he's showing up on TV. So, well, technically, Natty posted. Natty posted the picture and Shotzi was in it. So Charlotte Flair, she posted her own picture. So maybe that means she's very much imminent, as in Friday. I wouldn't be surprised. Friday, right before Saturday night main event, kind of makes sense. Why not? Charlotte Flair shows up. What is she doing? I don't know, but we'll see. I think Charlotte finally coming back. She is. I agree. I think she returns tomorrow. Yeah. That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. Whenever you get these, imminent return, and she's posting pictures of herself training, yeah, it's probably going to happen. Who does she confront? What does she do? Will it involve Bianca, Bayley, probably the champion? Well, Triple H has been paying attention to the internet. She's going to be freaking taking on Nia Jax to set up the eventual Tiffany Stratton cash-in. Now, I've been one of the people that have been saying that I don't really see Tiffany cashing in before Mania. Now, part of that is because of not Charlotte Flair, but Liv Morgan. So Liv Morgan and Tiffany both being champions heading into Mania didn't really track for me. Okay, it didn't really make sense to have two Caucasian heels who cheat going into Mania at the same time as champions. That didn't really track for me. They mirror each other too much. But now with this whole rumor that Rhea Ripley is going to win the belt at the first show of Netflix for Raw, then it kind of makes more sense to me. You have the established babyface who's over like a rover with the crowd, right? You have Rhea Ripley being your established champion heading into Mania. Then I can buy Tiffany Stratton being the champion as well. So that dynamic makes sense to me. Those two together, Rhea and Tiffany, more so than Liv Morgan and Tiffany. If that makes sense, right? You have your established babyface as Rhea, and then you have a new up-and-comer heel as champion as well in Tiffany. And that kind of makes more sense to me. That kind of rings true, more so than Liv Morgan going in with Tiffany. So if that's the case, then I can buy a Tiffany Stratton cash-in before Mania. There's two Saturday night main events. One is happening this weekend. Another one is in January. So if we're planning this out, right? This Saturday we have Liv Morgan against Io Sky. So that's the WWE World Championship, right? That Liv Morgan has. If that's the case, then Nia Jax could defend on the next one, which is in January, right? So Liv defends in this month. Nia defends next month on Saturday, and then that could be Bianca Belair or Charlotte Flair, and then Tiffany cashes in. So if I had to predict the Tiffany cash in, it would be Saturday night main event in January. if it happens at all before Mania, but I'm not sure. Naomi should have attacked Jade. I think still in the cards. We don't know. Yeah, I don't think we're getting Bianca versus Charlotte anytime. Now, this is all assuming Triple H is paying attention to the internet, right? So the internet wants the IWC. They want Io, Rhea, and Charlotte, Tiffany. Just because they want that doesn't mean they're going to get it, right? But if that's the case, if you're really going to copy the internet, well then yeah, you have Nia Jax, Bianca maybe, or Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair at Saturday Night Main Event. Tiffany cashes in, comes champion. Then you have Charlotte Flair win the Chamber or the Rumble, whatever you feel appropriate for Charlotte Flair. Then you have her take on Tiffany at Mania. If I had to predict, let's say that is the case. I don't know what's happening, but let's say that is. Let's say it is Rhea Ripley, Io, and Charlotte, Tiffany. Who would win the Rumble? Between Io and Charlotte, who would win the Rumble? You could think, oh, we'll give it to Io Sky because she never won the Rumble before, but that's no guarantee. Charlotte Flair could win the Chamber, sure, but so could Io. I don't know. It's a toss-up. There's no like clear-cut thing. Between Io and Charlotte Flair, I don't know who would be the more obvious one for the Rumble. Rhea Ripley is his daughter, so you would think he would have the Rumble winner face Rhea, so maybe Io could get that. This is all speculation. A lot of people are assuming now it's going to be Io, Rhea Ripley. We don't know. Let's not get too excited because then you could get very disappointed later on. We don't want to be disappointed, do we? Do we? So let's just wait. Hold off. But I think Charlotte Flair probably showing up this week or Saturday Night Main Event. But yeah, Friday or Saturday maybe. Build toward the next Saturday Night Main Event. That could be Charlotte, Nia, Bianca, Nia. Maybe then Tiffany catches in. But I only think Tiffany will cash in if Rhea Ripley does take the belt off of Liv Morgan at the first Netflix show to set up a better championship dynamic going into Mania, rather than having two blonde heels, Liv and Tiffany. That'd be kind of weird to me. Both cheat. That'd be kind of weird. But then you have Rhea Ripley instead being your established face. And then you have a Tiffany. That makes more sense when it comes to that dynamic. But we'll see. Rhea and Io will be the last two in the Chamber. Oh, so you have Rhea Ripley not beating Liv Morgan at the debut of... So according to what I'm seeing here, when it comes to the Netflix debut, they're treating it like a Mania. It's a big deal. According to reports, Roman will be on the card. Could have Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley on the card. They talk about Seth, CM Punk. They talk about having the IC title, the final match be at that show, which kind of makes sense. You know, you have the US title at Saturday Night Main Event. Maybe you don't want to wait to the next Saturday Night Main Event. You can have the final at the first show. And that kind of makes sense because the first round already started. Got two matches in the first round out of the way. That kind of like lines up with the early January. So if that's the case, then it makes sense to have the IC title, which will probably be Zoe Stark against Lyra Valkyria. That could happen on the first show in January. That's lining up. So I agree with that report. I do believe the final for the IC title for the women will be at the first show on Netflix because it kind of makes sense based on the first round happening now. Got like 3 weeks until that show. That makes sense. So yeah, I agree. It's not happening at the next Saturday Night Main Event. It's going to happen on the debut of Netflix or Raw, I think. Bianca vs. Charlotte should happen at Mania. I agree. WWE is doing a big show for the last Raw on USA too, reportedly. Oh, really? That kind of makes sense. I didn't think about that. Yeah, the last show on Raw, last show on USA Network for Raw can make sense for Big Show. There's a lot of big shows coming up, but yeah, that makes sense. I think the Netflix show will be bigger, of course. It's going to be a Mania event, but yeah, that makes sense to be for it to be Big Show as well. They're not going to want to overdo that show because they want to save it for the Netflix show, like the bigger show to be Netflix. But yeah, I understand that. That can make sense. Yeah, like a year show. Yeah, that makes sense. You have a lot of big dates for WWE coming up here, especially around Netflix. So today is the 12th. You got one Raw, two Raws before the 30th Raw. That's the last Raw in USA. And then you have the next Raw being Netflix, which is going to be the grand finale, basically. And that makes sense for the IC title for the women. That's what? There's 3 Raws before that. So you could do both. Yeah, you could do that. You can knock that out. You can knock that out before then. So I agree. IC title final on the 6th of January. Once Liv Morgan drops the title to Rhea Ripley, she'll have a mini feud with Becky Lynch. Maybe, depending on Becky Lynch's heel or face status. Depending on if she's on SmackDown. Because remember, it's possible she moves to SmackDown. We don't know, but I wouldn't put it out of the question, considering Dom was talking to Nick Aldis, considering the fact that the rumors are the Bloodline wants to come to Raw. If you're sending the Bloodline to Raw, gotta send some type of faction or some type of story to SmackDown. Judgment Day makes the most sense. Then over Finn with Damian and Gunther, that title chase makes sense over there. Maybe send Liv Morgan over there. I don't know. It's a fun time to be a WWE fan because you don't know what the hell is happening. Typically, these things are kind of straightforward. With this transfer window, the Netflix show, I don't know what's going to happen. I will openly admit, Tiffany at Mania should face someone at Mania. Tiffany at Mania should face someone at Mania she can beat. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, you think Tiffany's going to retain her championship? I'm not so sure, considering she's a young gun, considering she cashed in. I could see her losing to Charlotte Flair, Bianca, or even I could see her losing to Jordynne Grace. I could see it. Do I think they'd make that match? No. I don't think Jordynne Grace comes in for the world title. I think she comes in the mid card. What do I know? So that's the whole thing with Charlotte Flair. Okay, Charlotte Flair is going to come up here soon. I think either this Friday or Saturday. I feel like it's going to come very quickly, and we can see what happens there. So once Charlotte Flair, she's like a wild card, right? All this fantasy booking we come up with, all this bullshit booking, we're not really putting into play Charlotte Flair and how she works within the current creative framework. Or right now we have Bianca Belair not really doing anything beyond trying to find out who attacked Jade Cargill. When Charlotte Flair comes in, does she mix it up with Bianca? Does she mix it up with Nia Jax right away? Like, what is her storyline? Where does she come in? With Bianca, Naomi? With Jade Cargill thing? Did she come in with Nia? Probably Nia, right? That makes more sense. Nia Jax is not really feuding with anybody. I don't think Nia was on the show. She wasn't. Last Friday, she was not on the show at all. So, perfect time to bring Nia Jax in. Maybe this Friday she comes in, and then Charlotte Flair interrupts her. Boom. You have a Charlotte Flair against Nia, Tiffany, Candice LeRae story right there. Maybe Shotzi comes up, because remember, even though Shotzi's on NXT, Shotzi's still a main roster star. She could do both, similar to what Mia Yim did. Mia Yim did both not Raw. She did both SmackDown and NXT. Shotzi can do both SmackDown and NXT, so Shotzi can work with Charlotte Flair. They had a bit of a relationship before Charlotte Flair got injured, so do Shotzi there? I don't know. But right now, Nia Jax is not really doing anything after War Games. So you have a perfect time. If you want to do the Nia Jax Charlotte Flair feud, you can do it. Or you have Bianca accuse Nia Jax of attacking Jade Cargill. You can do that. There's a lot of options they can go. A lot of options. All I know right now for a fact is that Bianca is with Naomi. The entire show last week for SmackDown was Bianca and Naomi together backstage. So that's their story with Jade. Who do they accuse? That's what I want to know. Where does it leading to? Can't just go around saying we want to find who attacked Jade, but not freaking accuse anybody. They already accused Piper Niven, and then they got was it Byron Saxton said no, they have an alibi, right? So they got to keep going. So they got Piper Niven out of there. She didn't do it. They know damn well Chelsea Green didn't got the balls to do that. So they're clear. Now you move on to maybe Nia Jax next week. Then they'll be clear. Then they're cleared, right? Then you move on to maybe Liv and Raquel. Then they get cleared. Then it comes back to freaking Naomi. I'm kidding. I don't know. I love it for it to be Naomi, but I don't know. Some people think of Charlotte Flair. Here's a question. Does that work for you? Do you want Charlotte Flair to be the attacker? I'm not convinced. Well, not that I'm not convinced, but I don't love it per se that Charlotte Flair attacked Jade Cargill. Why? What's the reason? Like, it would be kind of dumb. Like, I don't know. I can't think of a good reason for why I'm gonna come up to SmackDown and attack Jade Cargill. Why? I don't know. I don't like the look of her today. I mean, she was talking. Like, what's the issue? Why attack Jade Cargill, Charlotte Flair? It'd be kind of forced. I think they should put her with Fatal Influence. Who? Charlotte Flair or Blair Davenport? I think soon Bianca will start to pick up on Naomi's weird behavior. I agree. It should be Naomi, not Charlotte Flair. The only reason for Charlotte Flair to attack is to get the match with Bianca at Mania. So Bianca, I took out your friend. That would work. That could work. That could work, right? It could work. Bianca, I want you. So I took out your friend to get you in the single division, to get you mad so you can come after me. That's not the worst story. If you wanted to get under Bianca's skin, you wanted to get a match against Bianca at Mania, right? You wanted Bianca to focus her attention to you, right? You attack Jade Cargill. That's fair. That's not terrible. I'll admit, okay? That works fine. It's a fine entry for storyline. I attack your friend. What you gonna do about it, right? If you want Charlotte Flair to be up against Bianca Belair, you tell that story of, I took your friend out, now what? The problem is, Jade Cargill gonna come back. And then how are you gonna do that? Is Jade gonna be facing Charlotte Flair? No. If you want the Charlotte Flair Bianca storyline, Jade's gotta be out for a long time. Apparently she's not actually injured. So what do you do with Jade Cargill? She's gonna wanna come after Charlotte Flair. That's a problem. Now, Charlotte Flair took her out for a long period of time, or if Jade Cargill was actually injured, and she's out for a while, they give you Charlotte Flair, say, I did it, now what are you gonna do about it, kind of storyline, right? Problem is, I don't think she's actually injured. She'll be back rather soon. So what do you do? And you can't do Charlotte Flair Bianca if Jade hates Charlotte Flair and is healthy. I mean, what are you gonna do? So you can do Naomi. Naomi recruits Lash and Chikara. Now you're cooking with hot grease. I'm gonna be very intrigued to know what they do. I cannot wait to find out. I will be super excited to see what the hell they come up with. And if it's better than what I've come up with in my own brain, because I'm convinced it will not be. I'm convinced Charlotte new stable. What would that stable be? What would be a stable for Charlotte Flair anyway? Charlotte attacking Jade for no reason can work, but it's super psycho behavior. Yeah, it is. I don't love that for Charlotte Flair. I think she comes back as a face. Charlotte is a menace. As a menace. Fits her so well, but I don't think they're having, I don't think so either. I think if she attacked Jade, she would have been in War Games. Yeah, it's probably Naomi. I'm sure Triple H would find a way to ruin the storyline. Yeah, probably. Unfortunately, well, if it were the guys, I have more confidence because what's happening with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods is good. I think the CM Punk stuff is good. The Kevin Owens stuff is good. The Drew McIntyre stuff is good. The problem is he's allocating all of his creative brain power to the men and not to the ladies. Therefore, Bianca Belair is forgiving Bayley because she saved her. Because she interfered in one match, stuff like that. But it's not the best. But anyway, so that's my thoughts on Charlotte Flair. Hopefully it all works out. I do believe she's going to be here Friday or Saturday. Again, Nia Jax feud makes the most sense. It's the easiest thing to do. But yeah, if you have Charlotte Flair feuding with Nia Jax, my question is, what is Bianca doing beyond being Detective Bianca? Who is she facing? What's up with her? It's kind of hard to have Bianca not facing Nia Jax, especially if Nia Jax is a suspect. Because you can't have Bianca just walking around with Naomi being detective without a leading suspect. So how did they do that to make it make sense? Unless, like you were talking about before, unless she goes through the options, go through Nia, go through Tiffany, go through Candice LeRae. After a while, she gets to the point where Maybe Naomi comes to a point where it's like, okay, I have to turn on her now because she's getting too close. I can't keep up the ruse any longer, so I have to turn on Bianca. Then you have the Naomi turn, which would mean Bianca will be feuding with Naomi, and not Nia at all, not Charlotte Flair at all. It's a Bianca Naomi storyline. And then you have to bring in backup for Naomi, Lash Shikara. In comes Jade Cargill. Now, does that mean Bianca will be in like a tag team? I don't know. And remember, there's a damn transfer window. So this is hold off. Let's just hold off. We don't know shit. When will Jade eventually return? Sometime in January, I think. I don't know. Rumble season, which is January. Yeah, sometime in January. We don't know. Because the window is freaking throwing a monkey wrench into everything. Like, we don't know what's going to happen with the window. Is Bianca moving to Raw? That will change everything. So we'll see. Bianca has been all over those goddamn ads. So is she moving to Raw? That'll change a lot. How did Bianca go from having high-profile singles matches at Mania to tag teams or tag matches? Jade Cargill. That's the truth. I've said it before. I'll say it again. They brought in Tiffany Stratton to face Bianca Belair at Mania. That was the original plan. It was obvious. That was the plan. They pivoted to a 6-woman match later on for the sake of Jade Cargill. But based on how the booking Tiffany, undefeated, kept facing off Bianca Belair over and over again in her face, then it just stopped out of nowhere, because that's when they made the decision to go with Jade Cargill in a tag match. And Tiffany was off screen completely, and then lost her very first match after Mania. It was clear. It was obvious. Okay. So we have Charlotte Flair, who's returning. But beyond that, we had another return last night. Her name being Toni. So that was the end of Dynamite last night. Toni Storm arrived in her old getup, her old outfit from back in the day. And some people were kind of sad and pissed off that Timeless Toni is over with, okay? Now, I don't mind Timeless Toni being gone because I think it's better to end a gimmick before it gets too stale. And if she feels like she done all she can with Timeless Toni, then it's better that she end it now and just like go back to something different. Some people think that this is a regress or like a regression because you're going back to her previous character. We don't know for sure what this is. Let it play out. Let it cook. You should trust Toni Storm. Toni Storm has earned your trust at this point. So you should just wait and see what it is she's doing before you say, oh, this is boring. Same old, same old. Trust her. You enjoyed the Timeless Toni character, didn't you? Why don't you just calm down, hold off, and wait and see what she does before you criticize it, okay? Now, I was not the biggest Toni Storm fan for the longest time. Okay, I was not liking the shenanigans, the pulling fruit out of her ass, like weird things she was doing, weird interruptions in her matches. There's too much shenanigans. It wasn't serious. I didn't love it. I thought it was a comedy act at the top of the women's division, and I considered it a joke. I wasn't a fan of it. For the longest time, I was not a fan of what they were doing with her. I began to appreciate her more when she went over to Japan. She dropped the belt, head over to Japan, and that the dichotomy of her over in Stardom and that difference, that contrast, it worked better in Stardom for me, and I grew to appreciate it very quickly. And she put Mayu Iwatani over, went to CML, put talent over there, and I really started to appreciate her more, especially considering the state of the women's division and how it's being booked. Like, you know what, Toni Storm, I apologize. I was wrong. They need you. You were carrying the division, and I'm sorry. So come back, and I'll not complain about you ever again. That's where I'm at, okay? I appreciate Toni Storm now, and she can come back and do whatever she wants, okay? So let's wait and see, and we'll criticize it if it sucks, okay? But let her cook. You liked her Timeless Toni stuff. Now let her cook with this storyline. with this character. I think it was right direction, especially considering the fact that Mariah May had power over Toni Storm in that dynamic. She had power over her. And the last time we saw Toni Storm, she was crying, leaving as the Thomas Toni character. And I think for the sake of the feud, needs a different approach. I think Mariah May kind of had power over Thomas Toni at that point. She was kind of dominating that dynamic. Now you bring in a new character for Toni Storm that Mariah May has to deal with. It may work out better storyline wise. So let's see what happens. Okay. Now, speaking of Mariah May, they were hyping up this match between her and Mina Shirakawa. They have history going all the way back to Stardom. They had history in AEW, the whole lesbian threesome thing they were hinting to. Mina Shirakawa teamed up with Toni Storm. So we're talking about how Toni Storm went to Japan, right? Well, she went to Japan and she teamed up with Mina Shirakawa in a match over there. And I'm sure Mariah May did not like that. So I knew when Mina came back over to the States, it'd only be a matter of time before she got attacked or jumped or taken out by Mariah at some point. Well, I think it was 2 weeks ago? Mariah May tried to hit her over the head during her celebration. It all went haywire. She speared her off the ramp into a table. It was all kind of ridiculous. But I thought, because of the history, because of the storyline they were telling, this would be a bigger deal. Okay, I thought it'd be more important than it actually was. This match had to have overtime for the show. It started at, I want to say 9:55 Eastern time. Went over 7 to 10 minutes. Then it was over. I'm like, this is what you're doing here? This is the best you got for this storyline? The match was mid. The work was in the ring was mid. It was just not very good considering all of the time and effort toward the Mina, Toni, Mariah May storyline. It just did not cut it, and I was disappointed. Both of the women are better than that in the ring. It just wasn't well produced. It was just kind of janky, thrown together. And let's just say this. I have a list I'm doing right now, a list that I'm preparing for, I think, a Monday. I'm going to do a best of 2024 for women's wrestling. And let's just say this match didn't help them in their place on my list, okay? If anything, it may take them off the list. I'm joking. Not going to hurt them, but it didn't help them. That's what I want to say, okay? During the match, they kept cutting toward freaking Thunder Rosa. She's being cringe with these signs. What's going on here? She kept putting up different signs. I'm like, what are you doing, Tony Khan? Why? This match should be focused on Mina and Mariah May alone. They have so much story and emotion into it, apparently. And then you're bringing in freaking Thunder Rosa. She's holding up signs, drawing attention away from the match. It's all very weird. I don't know what they're doing with freaking Thunder Rosa here. And then you have her reacting to Toni Storm, being like, what is it, a four-way? What's happening here? I didn't think it made any sense to have Thunder Rosa out there. I don't care what happened on Rampage or Collision. What are you doing with Thunder Rosa? This should be the Toni Storm arrival. Okay, cool. But Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May have a storyline with freaking Toni Storm. So I got freaking Thunder Rosa out here being weird with these damn signs. Did not love it at all. Yeah, so the women main evented. I appreciated that. I'm appreciative of them main eventing. But the booking around the match was just awful, I thought. Undercut the match completely. And I just was not a fan of it. Now, let's talk about Mariah May for a second. Mariah May is a solid in-ring worker. She's solid. She's fine. I think she's very good in-ring character work, a good in-ring psychology, stuff like that. She works the crowd well, good facial expressions, a good storyteller. But she's not the best in the ring. She really isn't. But I don't really see people talking about that when it comes to her. They pretend like she's a great worker. She's not. She's solid. She doesn't put a foot wrong, works well, but she's not the best athlete, not the best mover, not the best anything in the ring, really. She's just solid. But her character work and her look and her mannerisms is all really, really solid stuff. And she works well with others, stuff like that. But she's the champion, okay? And when you're the champion, you're going to be criticized a little bit more. I think her in-ring in general is okay. But when you talk about her, with the AEW stand talk about her, they elevate her in-ring but it's really not that big of a deal. I'm on last night. I kind of compared her to Liv Morgan. Was I serious? No, kind of. I mean, I don't think there's a big gap between their in ring. I think she's better storyteller in the ring than Liv Morgan. I think she probably is better in the ring in general, but it's not that far off. It's not that far off. And you're going to criticize Liv Morgan all the damn time. Well, look at your champion, okay? She's not the best, okay? She's just all right. She's okay in the ring, but knows how to tell a story, knows how to work the crowd, knows how to like play to the crowd, and in that can tell a story in that regard. So it's not me hating on Mariah May. I'm just calling like it is. Okay, she's all right. Okay, I'm happy to see Toni Storm is back because I think maybe now Tony Khan will give a damn. Because right now, like, what has been her best storyline since Toni Storm left to go to Stardom? What's been her best? Let's see. She had a match with Willow. What was the storyline there? I don't really remember. She had a match with Anna Jay. God bless Anna Jay, but that was kind of just a filler, right? She had a match here with Mina Shirakawa, which should have been a bigger deal. This Mina story should have been a bigger deal, but it wasn't. What else she do with? What else happened with her? What other match she had? Do I need to go to Cage Match rating to see what the hell she did during this time? Mariah May Cage Match. I don't really remember. I don't think she faced Statlander, did she? I don't think so. Let's see. Mariah May matches. Let's see. Anna Jay, yep, see that one. Willow, see that one. Yep. Okay, she's wrestling against Queen Eminata. She's wrestling against Nyla Rose. Yeah. She beat Toni Storm. She faced Nyla Rose. Faced the Queen. She faced Serena Deeb, Lady Frost. Yeah, her only real storyline has been Willow, a feud with Anna Jay. Yeah, 3 matches with her. Then Nyla Rose tag team match. Yeah, nothing. Nothing of substance. Nothing of importance, really. She's been in a holding period for Toni Storm. And it's been very clear and obvious. Okay, so that's the state of the women's division right now for AEW. It's all hanging on Toni Storm's back because freaking Jamie Hayter, she's wrestling, well, who? Nobody's really? Like, she's wrestling folk. Penelope, whatever, and now she's going to have a match with Julia Hart. But Julia Hart has not been on TV yet, so she kind of is doing vignettes. So Toni Storm has completely taken the spot of Jamie Hayter. Now the most over face. He's taken Jamie Hayter's spot. Now I don't know if you know what to do with Jamie Hayter. Maybe he's planning on unleashing Jamie Hayter on the Mercedes Moné. When is that going to happen? I'm guessing they're going to do Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné. I would think. Right? But what are they waiting for? You're going to do a Jamie Hayter, Julia Hart match? Okay, but when are you going to get to the good stuff? Because right now, bless her heart, Anna Jay. I root for Anna Jay. I'm supportive of hers, but that's a filler feud. Anna Jay, Mercedes Moné is a filler feud. So when are you getting to the real stuff, the meat of the Mercedes Moné story, or her ultimate goal, the end game for her? Probably Jamie Hayter. We'll see. Mariah May title run has been ass. I agree. I think they're trying to set up Toni versus Jamie. I don't think so. We're all in. If that's what they're doing. Because Toni Storm is full on face, and so is Jamie Hayter. I think Jamie Mercedes Moné is the move. Put it this way: what else is there for Mercedes Moné? What else is there? If she's not going to face Toni Storm, I see Toni Storm is going to be facing Mariah May here. Then what else is there for Mercedes Moné? She already faced Willow. She faced Statlander. Camille, want to see Mercedes Moné against Camille? Athena, yeah, that could work. Yeah, that works. But then what is Jamie Hayter going to be doing? I don't know. Maybe they'll turn as weird as they are. Maybe they'll turn Jamie Hayter heel for all I know. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, Athena versus Mercedes May makes sense. But yeah, I was really disappointed with the main event and how it's booked. I'm happy to see Toni Storm there because I think Tony Khan will give a damn now. But yeah, really disappointing stuff. Here's the other women's feud here: Mercedes Moné and Anna Jay. It was a fine promo, nothing too big, nothing too important. But next week it'll be over with. To beat Anna Jay, and then what? Athena? Well, Athena is going to be. Isn't she wrestling? What's going to be Athena's next match? I don't know. I think that's All In time, so that's next summer though. So what are you doing between now and next summer? If All In is Athena versus Mercedes Moné, what are you doing until then? Yeah, Anna Jay's been using. She's being used as a filler chick. When you need a filler feud, call in Anna Jay. All right. I mean, so that's how I thought. That's my thoughts on Toni Storm. All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna talk about. Let's see. I asked you guys, do you want to talk about NXT or the Saturday night card? NXT or Saturday night main event? We'll jump to that next, depending on the chat. I see your vote, David. NXT. Oh, you voted twice. No, you didn't. That's Richard. NXT leaves Saturday night for last. Okay, fine. We'll take a quick break and we'll talk about NXT. It won't be that long. Let me take a quick break just so I know where to put the ad. I'm see you in a second. All right, let's talk about NX Me, as Ethan Page would say. So, what happened on NXT? Let's see. Julia opened the show. Now, if you look at the ratings for NXT are pretty good. Pretty solid ratings. I think got like 680K. Not bad. So, solid numbers there. It'll probably outdo Dynamite again. Not even probably. I'm almost certain. 680s, that'll outdo Dynamite these days. Unfortunately for Tony Khan. But Julia opens the show. She's excited because she had the match against Roxanne Perez at New Year's Evil. And I do believe this will be the time where Roxanne will lose the belt. It's kind of crazy that we're going to go through two matches between Julia and Roxanne Perez, and none of them will be on a PLE. That's crazy. Both will be TV matches. If you would have told me that was going to happen, I would have told you you're bullshitting. Both of these matches are TV matches, not on PLEs. But I do believe it's going to be over like Rover for freaking Roxanne Perez. This is the show after the Netflix show. They're going to have Netflix on Raw. The next day will be New Year's Evil. Both shows are in LA, which means both shows will have big stars because they'll still be in LA, so why not show up in NXT? I think Triple H will be there. You have Triple H, Shawn Michaels all on hand. I think they're going to crown Julia here. Roxanne will probably save her from Cora Jade. And then maybe they could do the heel turn there for Julia. On Julia. Probably not. They'll probably save the heel turn for maybe Vengeance Day. But I do believe between New Year's Evil and Deliver, Stephanie will turn on Julia at some point. But I do believe it'll be over for Roxanne at this show. It's in LA, again, Netflix time. This will be the first show on Netflix for NXT. In America, it'll be CW, right? But across the world, it'll be Netflix still. So yeah, it's the first Netflix show for NXT. So it makes sense. It's gonna be over. Yes, I agree. Winning at New Year's Evil. Come down there to confront Julia, talking about her title reign, talking about how she's the prodigy, yada yada. Then Corday comes out behind her. talking shit, and then she says, "You're not going to make it to New Year's Evil." Another reason why I think she's going to lose, because they're leading with this, right? She's very in the forefront now. Roxanne Perez is. She's leading the show with Julia. This is the top storyline. I think it's the top storyline because it's going to be over. Okay, so you're going to see Roxanne Perez on TV more often now going forward because they're putting the spotlight on this feud because Roxanne is dropping the belt. So, of course, we have Cora Jade showing up. Stephanie has to be involved. And how was she involved? She got attacked. Poor Stephanie. I was so sad. I was so sad to see Stephanie on the ground in pain. Guys know I love Stephanie, but she was taken out by Cora Jade. And then she got jumped. Julia got jumped by them. And out comes Kalani Jordan to save the day. So, this is a top storyline. It's because Roxanne is going to lose that belt. We got to put the attention on her now. So it makes sense what happens next. Will she go to the main roster? Will she hang around until Vengeance Day? Will Cora Jade go up to the main roster with her? We don't know. But I do know that all arrows, all fingers, all everything is pointing towards Roxanne Perez dropping that belt at the beginning of the year. It could be her and Liv Morgan dropping the belt back-to-back days. Liv Morgan can drop the belt on Monday, and Roxanne can drop the belt on Tuesday, back-to-back. We'll see. But yeah, Roxanne fans, it's going to be over. It's going to be over, folks. Too soon for the Vicaire heel turn. Yeah, probably wait until Vengeance Day. But here's the thing. Once she wins that belt, everybody knows that Stephanie's going to want that belt. We all know that, right? Crowd will know it. Fans will know it. We'll all know that she'll want that belt. So how long do you wait for her to turn? You wait until Vengeance Day, which is going to be like, what, a month later? A full month later? Maybe. But Stephanie's going to want that belt immediately. And we all know that. So you can't hold on for too long. So, yeah. At the latest, Vengeance Day, but who does she face at Vengeance Day? Maybe she faces Roxanne again, or Cora Jade, or Zarya, whatever, but yeah, you gotta be careful to not wait too long for that heel turn. But yeah, I agree, it shouldn't be immediately. Probably shouldn't turn immediately, because if you do, you gotta do the match at Vengeance Day then, right? So, we'll see. But yeah, Roxanne Perez, you had a great run, but it ends at New Year's Evil. Roxanne again, because they would do it 1-1. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Vengeance Day could be Roxanne, Julia for the third time. Roxanne loses for again, and then Stephanie turns. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess folks are wondering, how long is a transfer window? But people think, you could be wrong, but people think that she's going to get called up in the transfer window. Maybe not. Maybe she goes to Vengeance Day pissed off, and she loses again. And should it go up right away? Maybe she goes up a little later. I don't know. All I know is we can't be sure of anything these days, because Triple H booking is not so simple anymore. Maybe Roxanne gets an immediate rematch at Vengeance Day. Yeah, probably. Then we had Ethan Page against Tony D. I don't care about Tony D. Never did. I can't bring myself to give a shit. So it is what it is. I've tried. I've tried so hard and got so far. I've tried. I don't like Tony D. The gimmick is just not for me. He approaches Ethan Page to offer a title shot for the North American title. At first, Ethan Page is like, nah, I don't want that. It's beneath me. But then he accepts it once he saw how everybody else wants a title shot, and that's how it went down. So, Tony D, hey man, okay, I'll take the shot. I'll take the shot. Just let me know when. Tonight. It was tonight. Don't disrespect Tony D. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you when it comes to Tony D. He is just not my fave. All right. Then I wonder who dropped the belt. I wonder who he dropped the belt to. Who did he drop the belt to? I don't know. Then we had Javon Evans and Wesley Lee. This was a good match. But before that, we had some backstage segments. In fact, let me rearrange this real quick. Let me rearrange that. Add. We have backstage segment between Lester King and Charlie Dempsey. This is fine. I don't remember what they said, honestly. I don't remember what the context. Oh yeah, I remember. He wants to give him a title shot. Well, title shot is in the side of the damn the cup. I'm blanking. Heritage Cup, Jesus. Yeah, they have too many stuff to fight over down in NXT. Give him a shot at the Heritage Cup. That'd be fun, I guess. Whatever. Then you saw Javon Evans, Wesley. Before that, got a backstage segment between Jada Parker and my girl, Ren Sinclair. So this is the next storyline, folks. We're going to have Jada and OTM against No Quarter Catch Crew. This is a good storyline. I'm good with this. This will be fine. I like both Ren Sinclair and Jada Parker, so this will be fine. Yeah, this will be good. I think Jada Parker will win this feud because she just lost to Lola Vice, but this is the next story. Good spot for both of them. Both are. I'm so impressed by how quickly Ren Sinclair has risen up the ranks over there in NXT. She's one of the favorites now over there. She's getting a lot of time because she's a great character. Talk about this before. Like when you're a great character, you do deliver good character work, get opportunities like Ren Sinclair is getting. Only way to stop her is to take her off TV. She'll make it work. She'll make it happen one way or another. She's just that damn good as an entertainer. She is just flying, and she's a face. And she was popular on the indies for being a heel, and she's a face here, and she's killing it because she knows how to make it work. She's an entertainer, and she can make it happen. All right, no excuse. If they give you TV time, you make it happen. That's what House of Green does. That's what Ren Sinclair does. That's what you do. Okay. Good match between Wesley and Javon Evans. They cooked. I was impressed. Javon Evans wins, I believe, right? Did that happen? Yeah, Javon Evans won. I can't remember how. I think he hits. Did somebody interfere in this match? I don't remember. Did somebody interfere? I'm blanking on this match. Ren's looks. She took Ariana Grace's spot. Ariana Grace is going to be more of like a manager or more like a personality, more so than a wrestler. I think she's transitioning. I think she's transitioning from wrestler to more on the mic work. I think she's working as a liaison for TNA, working with her father. I think Ariana Grace will have a place, but she'll be more on the mic, more so than in the ring. I do believe Ren Sinclair. Yeah, she could argue she took her spot, I guess, but not really. She's taking time. She's taking the time, and she got more time, and rightfully so. So, Ariana Grace will be more behind the mic. Wesley to the main roster, sure, why not? To SmackDown probably. No interference. You won clean, okay. Carmen and Asante, the Adonis, was off TV. Everybody was happy about that. Everybody's happy that we had no love triangle or love story between anyone on the show the other day. Then we had a good moment, nice moment between Fraxium here. They were talking about, giving credit to each other, and Axiom complimented Nathan Frazier. It was nice. Then when they had a little tease of the tag team division. I like this tag team. They're funny. It's they do a good job, these two together. I'm more invested in them than I am the other tag team, so I'm all for this tag team. Good pairing. Coming over from Noah, he is fitting well into NXT, I think, so good for him. Remember Riley and Thea were supposed to be a thing in NXT? Oh yeah, they were. It brings back to a tag team guy. That's what he is. He is a tag team guy. Like, I don't see any main roster singles push for him coming. So he better get on the tag team train because that's going to be his place, I think, on the main roster anyway. So, oh yeah, this is great. So this is great. Here we had Julia backstage when Stephanie got attacked, and you would think she got you think she got shot by the way she reacted. Turns out she wasn't that hurt at all. Well, Julia's great. I love this kind of emotion, this type of like mannerisms, this demeanor she has here. Just good stuff. It makes you like her even more. She comes even more endearing to you. It's great. Okay, she's really selling it here, selling her emotions. I love it. Okay, this is what you gotta do. Use your face, emote, make a scene, be funny, be interesting. She's killing it. She understands it. She understands TV and putting on a show. She's great. But yeah, she's pissed because Stephanie got attacked. She wasn't that hurt though, so she had to be that sad. She had to be that dramatic, but it's great. I love it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not complaining. Do more of it. It's great. I thought it was hilarious. And then Kalani Jordan cut probably her best promo. It was the best promo she's cut on NXT. I think it was great. I was impressed by that promo. She's coming along, folks. The weakest part of her game was her promo skills. But I think she's coming along. All right. I think Kalani Jordan is getting more of an edge, getting more of that fire. She was spitting. Some people still want to criticize. Excuse me. Some people still want to criticize her promos. It's not her best thing, but I like where she's going. I like how it's progressing. But let's see. We'll continue to monitor it, but I thought her promo delivery here was great. In fact, if I can, let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Sure, I posted about it here. Let's see if I can find that promo. Here it is. No, it's not. That's not it. Oops. Yeah, I'll find it later. But yeah, I thought it was a good promo. She cut Cora. She did. If I can't find it within the next 10 seconds, I won't stop. I'll stop. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about Julia. Julia on the mic was good. Her promo to start the show, very short, but it was clear. It was accurate. Her English sounds good, and she's getting better. So like they got a star there, man. They really got a star. Big star in Julia. Thought she sounded great to open the show. So like, all is looking up for Julia in NXT. If she's gonna be the face of the company or of that brand, then she got to be able to cut a promo. She's coming along. So give her credit for what credit's due. She's improving her mic skills, and I think she's gonna be fine. No worries whatsoever. So here is Julia. And
it looks like Kalani Jordan and Julia are here with me. Ladies, do you have any updates on Stephanie? 信じられない。こんなことしてどう落とし前つけるつもり？は？今すぐあいつら引きずり下ろしてやるよこのクソったれが！
I think what she's trying to say is what goes around comes around. Look, Stephanie's banged up, but she's gonna be okay. But Sarah, honestly, I'm sick and tired of Cora and Roxanne walking around this place like they run NXT. Cause let's be real, they couldn't run a lemonade stand in a desert even if they tried. And Cora thinks I'm the same Kalani Jordan that left Michigan State a few years ago. Newsflash, me now would eat that girl alive. So what does she think I'm gonna do to her? I'll put my resume up against Cora Jade any day of the week. Let's go get ready for our main event, Julia. Come on.
Thanks so much, guys.
That was her best promo I've heard. Give me a better one, and I'll go listen to it. That was her best delivery. It was sharp. She had attitude. It was like, gave some edge to her. That was her best promo to me. She does talk fast. But it was clear. It was accurate. Maybe slow it down a bit next time, sure. But that was her best promo for sure. Her best delivery. Even though it was fast, it was the best delivery she did. I think because Julia speaks another language, because she speaks Italian a little bit, I think because of that, it's easier to transition with her English. Probably why she speaks better English than EO. You speak multiple languages. It's probably better for your overall being able to pronunciate different words, stuff like that. So yeah, that's probably why she sounds better than EO and other people. Probably. Well, I don't know. What the hell do I know? But yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, she went to Michigan State. Her college. I don't know where she's from, but she attended Michigan State University. Yeah, she had that Latin advantage. Yeah, she speaks Italian, so that helps her. And again, look at that face. How can you hate that face? She's gonna do well. She's gonna do very, very well. She's gonna do well. Julia will. So good she will be. They really got a good one there. They really got a good one with Julia. They struck gold with that one. She's a star. Roxanne better get ready to kiss that title goodbye. Yep. Happening in LA. Happening in LA. Then we had a backstage segment between Zarya and Sol Ruca. Now, Sol Ruca, is she ever upset? I think she said something like, that match was so good. It's so intense. She's happy about the match. Like, girl, you lost, though, right? Shouldn't you be disappointed with yourself? Or kind of disappointed with the match? She was all positivity here. Like, it's interesting. I want to see a little bit more edge, a little bit something different from Sol Ruca going forward. I think she's ready for the main roster all around. But from a character standpoint, I want the writers to give her something else. Because everything sounded kind of samey with her approach to everything. She wins, she's happy. She loses, it's all good. And I go with the flow, the whole surfboard, vibe. I get it. Surfer vibe. But let's give her something a little bit extra, a little bit more dynamic to her character. A little bit more layers to her character. Let's see. But I'm a fan. I think she's amazing. I just want them to give her a little bit more dynamic work from a character standpoint. But she's like all happy here. No, it was an intense match, and she's excited about what she did in the match. Zarya's enjoyed the match as well. She's not really disappointed either. And then Lash shows up. Now, Lash legend, my goodness, this woman is such a star. It's incredible. She has elevated herself over the past year. Since the last deadline, since the last Iron Survivor, she's elevated her game, her look, her mic skills. Everything's on point. She's a ready-made star for main roster. Call her up now. She's cooking, and on all cylinders, like on all levels, she's cooking. I'm so impressed. She walked in. She basically said, "I'm the shit. You're not," and I believed her. Stepped to Zarya and said, "Look, you can't mess with the bougie bully," and I believed her. Everything she says, I believe, because she's just very good on the mic and just very believable all around. And I don't think there's anybody that can step to her right now in NXT, and I would believe would outshine her. She's just very, very on point, very much comfortable in her own skin, in her position, and I don't see anybody messing with her right now from a mic standpoint. Even Jada Parker. Put Lashley and Jada Parker, I'm like, okay, Lash can hold her own. She is just killing it right now. Super impressed. Super impressed. She stepped up to Zarya, and she looked the star here. She looked the damn star. I was so impressed. I'm just so impressed with Lash all around. I did not know that Lash was younger than Jakara, but she is. I think it's like 2 or 3 years younger. Let me see. Lash Legend. Lash Legend is 3 years younger. So she's 30. Jakara 30, and Lash is 27. Yeah, I'm super impressed with Lash Legend. Yeah, she's I can see why Triple H likes her. She's amazing. Then we had so to set up a tag match, by the way, we're gonna get a tag match between Zarya and Sol Ruca taking on Lash Jakara. That should be a good one. Look forward to that. Before we dive into freaking this, I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to take a break before I get into the men's tag team scene, because I'm not really impressed at all, to be completely honest with you. Okay, do we have to talk about the tag team division? Sure, let's do it. The men's tag team. Aren't they what? Hank and Tank? Yeah, Hank and Tank. I'm not really feeling any of the tag teams really. Besides Fraxium. Whether it's Hank and Tank, whether it's the two brothers that they faced here, whether it's OTM, whether it's Gallus, I'm just not really feeling any of these tag teams. If anything, the new group that Josh Briggs started, I'm more interested in. I'm just not feeling any of these tag teams at all. This guy did not want to shake hands with Hank and Tank. I don't even know these two dudes' names. I'm not ashamed to say it. Who are these two names? Who faced Hank and Tank? I don't even know. Do they have a tag team name? I'm so not invested in them at all. So I don't even know what their tag team name is or whatever. I don't see Hank and Tank as main roster guys. Richard, I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. Like, let's say Fraction were called up. Let's say they're get called up right now. Who's gonna be tag team champions? Probably Hank and Tank. Tyson and Tyreek? So Ty and Ty, right? Okay, Tyson, Tyreek. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody else beyond Hank and Tank. Maybe, I don't think it'll be no Carter Catch Crew. I think they want to push Tavion Evans as a heel, as a singles competitor. Not as a heel, but as a singles competitor. So you're going to put Tavion Heights in singles. I do believe Hank and Tank have the most momentum. Since they have the most momentum, maybe they win the tag belts, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. So yeah, that's how I feel about the tag team division. Now let's move on to my man, Obafemi. Now Obafemi is excited. He's happy because he'll be facing Trick Williams at New Year's Evil. Then we have freaking Dakota's Mans here, who stepped up to complain. Freaking Eddie Thorpe, who we find out actually attacked himself. He attacked himself, which is actually diabolical and pretty smart actually, but he attacked himself, which got himself a title match against Trick Williams next week. He approached Obafemi. They disrespected him. Now get on my face, dude. I'm not trying to hear from you right now. I'm gotta talk to Trick Williams here. Built up the match. Trick Williams and Obafemi talked about how this is always going to be on the cards. This is always going to be what we wanted to see. This is always going to be the match to make. Obafemi said that the only reason why Trick Williams is champion because he let him be champion. Like, do your champion because I'll let you be champion. I wanted that belt. I could have took it a long time ago, all right? So Obafemi is confident. Trick Williams is looking to retain. I don't know how they're going to book that match. They're probably going to book it so that Obafemi is the dominant one in the match. Trick Williams has to fight from behind, of course. Does Obafemi beat him? It depends on what they want to do with the main roster. If they want to bring up Obafemi to the main roster, then I think Trick Williams will win. If Trick Williams going to the main roster, then I guess you have Trick lose. But I'm not really confident with this match. I don't know what the plans are. I just don't know what the plans are. The whole transfer window, kind of confusing. Trick is over like Rover, but both of them are. You call up Trick to SmackDown maybe? I prefer Obafemi on the main roster, honestly. I think Trick needs more work. I think Trick is kind of like LA Knight, but worse in the ring. Like over at the crowd, but not the best worker. That might be even disrespectful to LA Knight because I think Trick Williams has more ways to go. He has more to go in the ring. I'm just not impressed by his in-ring right now, but over like that doesn't really matter. So we'll see what happens when it comes to Obafemi and Trick Williams. But I would love to see Obafemi on the main roster now, but probably not going to happen. I think Obafemi is more ready all around from in-ring, from presentation, in the ring. I just think he feels more like a bigger deal from a main roster standpoint. But Trick Williams is super over. We'll just see how it goes. I'm not convinced by Trick Williams on the main roster yet. I can see Obafemi winning the IC title or the US title right now on the main roster. Trick Williams, not so much. But anyway, A. Thorpe then antagonizes Trick Williams to get his match. Trick Williams agrees to it right before punching him in the face. So it's official. A. Thorpe will take on Trick Williams, I think it's next week, for the AEW Championship. And A. Thorpe planned the entire thing. He orchestrated the entire thing, and poor Ava had no idea. Everybody was saying, oh, it's a member of the Bloodline. A new member of the Bloodline did it. It wasn't. It was himself. It was kind of funny. Kind of funny. But he loses, so no worries. No way Ridge goes back up. Yeah, it's probably true. Unfortunately, I could see Ridge Holland being let go. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I won't debate you on that one. I can see Ridge Holland getting let go. Then we had Tatum and Gigi walking backstage with the green-haired doll here. I didn't notice this at the time. I didn't even notice it, that the doll had green hair. Easy Dame came up to talk some shit or antagonize. Then we had this weird, still doing this whole Sean Spears kind of interested in Gigi Dolan angle. What's happening here? It's kind of creepy, kind of weird. But beyond that, where's it leading to? Is Gigi going to betray Shotzi and Tatum? Is Gigi going to join Sean Spears? What's happening here? What's going on here? Or will it be a Easy Dame relationship? I don't know. But Sean Spears is out of ideas, I guess, backstage. He needs something to do. So they've decided to have him bother these ladies. And we'll see where it leads to. But yeah, he's trying to like recruit and like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it's going to be worth a damn to have Sean Spears chase around these ladies and try to like get in their head. And then we had Dixie Jane. Okay, interesting pin there. Dixie Jane and the Fatal Influence beating Tatum and Gigi Dolan. There was definitely interference here. Ultimately, it led to a jumping. They ended up jumping Tatum and Gigi Dolan. And they're thinking, who's going to come out? Who's going to help? And I was actually shocked because I did not pick up on the damn green-haired doll here. I didn't see this at the time. I wasn't paying attention. Because I wasn't paying attention, I was surprised to see, I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. Welcome to the ball pit. Out comes Shotzi, big pop. And I thought it was poetic that she returns where she got injured. She got injured right there in the PPC, right by the edge of the damn ring. And she returns right there in the same spot. Some people are saying, oh, I'm happy she returned to NXT because she wouldn't have gotten a pop on the main roster. That's a lie, okay? They would have popped for her on SmackDown. Had she debuted on SmackDown, her return, they would have popped for Shotzi. Let's not be disrespectful to Shotzi, right? But I'm happy she's back. And because, first of all, perfect faction here. Means Tatum, Shotzi, Gigi, great. Just very, very, very well done. They match each other well. It's a good fit there. I like it a lot. So much so they should probably stay together for a while. I don't want to see Sean Spears getting in the middle of this one. All right. Sean Spears, stay away. Let this faction cook a little bit. But I like it. I'm glad that Tatum has some friends beyond Lyra. We'll see. So now we have this three taking on Fatal Influence, which means we won't have any like mixing of Fatal Influence with Kalani or Soruka or Zarya, anything like that. So if Fatal Influence will be feuding against Shotzi and these two for a while, I'm curious to see what happens later with the rest of these ladies. I know we're setting up a Lash Jakara versus Zarya Soruka thing, but how long does it actually last? How long does it actually last? I don't know. To be honest, Tatum didn't really need a faction. She didn't. She's over by herself. She is. She is. She's probably the biggest star. She's the biggest star between her and Gigi. I think she's more over than Gigi. And if you consider the rest of Fatal Influence, I do believe Tatum is probably the most over of all five of them. Exclude Shotzi, she's the main roster star. like not including Shotzi, but looking at Tatum, Gigi, Fallon, Jasmine, and JC Jane, Tatum is probably the most over of the 5. Does she need a faction? No, but give her something to do. If she's not going to win the title, which she probably won't, give her a faction, a cool faction that fits her. I think it makes sense. Okay, she has more friends now. Awesome. Now we have. I feel like I skipped something. I did skip something. We already have tension, folks. We already have tension among Fatal Influence. JC Jane and Fallon Henley do not get along. It's already starting. How long does this relationship last? When does it end? We don't know. But Fallon Henley and JC Jane are not on the same page. They're kind of knowing each other. It's all going to explode. It's all going to implode. Gigi started the tension within the group. How? I guess that makes sense with her return. But how? Because JC Jane has so much beef with her and is messing with her head. What do you think of Kiana James replacing Jasmine Nix on the main roster? I like it. I like it. If you call up JC Jane and Fallon Henley, assuming they don't break up, call them up together, add in Kiana James, that could work well for them. I don't like it. I don't hate it. JC goes back to Gigi? I don't think so. At this point, I don't think so. I think JC Jane and Gigi stay apart, but I don't know. It all depends on what creative wants to do. Fraxium with more beef. They're still not on the same page. Axiom has 2 matches next week. He has a match against Obafemi, I think. And he has a match in a tag team setting. So it's a tag team match and a singles match for Axiom. They can't get on the same page. They're always causing problems for each other. And I don't know how much longer this can go, but I will never predict them to lose ever again. I'll never predict it because Fraxium is always winning. So I'm not going to make that gamble ever again. Tony D beats Ethan Page. Who cares? Ethan Page needs help. He needs direction. He's depressed. Does he go to the main roster? That's the speculation, but we don't know. Ryan Leaf popped up out of nowhere. Ryan Leaf, the bus quarterback, who's now a motivational speaker. He popped up to talk to Lexi King. That was kind of weird, but cool. Ryan Leaf is there. That's when Charlie Dempsey gives him the title shot opportunity. Then we got the main event. Women main evented again. 3 straight shows. Deadline, Raw, and NXT all had women main eventing the show. But before that, you had Ethan Page cutting a promo outside. Again, just depressed, sad. We'll see what happens with him. Moving up to SmackDown. I'll be interested to see his booking on the main roster. That'd be interesting to see. Julia comes out, gets jumped right away. She barely got to make it. She barely made it to the damn ring without getting jumped by these two. Then you had a good match. Picture in Picture's back. Picture in Picture is back, folks. So we have. So next time when we get the match between Julia and Roxanne Perez, part 2, we'll get Picture in Picture. That's good to see. Good match here. Entertaining. Good dive to the outside there. So by the end of the match, Julia and Roxanne are fighting, scrapping by themselves. They leave the area, leaving Kalani Jordan and Corday by themselves. Right? Corday hits the DDT on Kalani Jordan. That was that. She got the win. And that is when Stephanie came out there to confront Cora Jade. So I guess now, I thought they're going to do a Kalani Jordan Cora Jade feud, but it looked like it's just going to fast forward to Stephanie Cora Jade. What does that mean for Kalani Jordan? I don't know, but it appears that Cora Jade will be feuding against Stephanie, which makes sense from the get-go, right? That was the direction. But yeah, no Kalani Jordan, I guess. Maybe she still will be involved. We'll see. Maybe be like a three-way situation. Kalani wants to fight Cora Jade, so does Stephanie, and they're getting each other away. So maybe they cross each other's paths because both want to attack Cora Jade. They both hate her. Therefore, they ended up fighting. I don't know. That could work. Does Kalani go heel? Not now. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because Julia left her behind. Not yet. I don't see enough evidence to predict that happening. So we'll hold off on that theory. But Kalani Jordan heel, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to say the least. But yeah, she needs a feud. If they're going to do Cora Jade, Stephanie, then Kalani needs a feud. What would it be? What would it be? I don't know. Maybe this is like a three-way, a Kalani, Stephanie, Cora Jade thing. I don't know. Who is there? Jada Parker feuding with Ring Sinclair. You have Fatal Influence against the new Shotzi feud, or Shotzi faction. You got Cora against Stephanie here, I think. Roxanne, Julia, of course. You're not gonna do a weird thing with what's her face? Easy Dame. Lola's a face. Yeah. Maybe she turns heel, but against who, I wonder? Yeah, Lola Kalani could work fine. This depends on what they want to do with Kalani's character. And then, of course, they had the ending of the show that had the reveal that Eddie Thorpe was playing us the entire time. And that was NXT, basically. Now let's talk about Saturday Night main event. We may not get to AEW, who cares? Talked about Toni Storm anyway. Let's talk about the main event on Saturday. What's happening on that show? Let's see. I had this already queued up, but somehow it's not here anymore. Weird. Let's see. Saturday Night main event. Let's look at the matches here. All right. Go to this screen here. This button. Not that one. All right. First match to talk about: Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens. Now, Cody will be debuting, or not debuting, but bringing back out the Winged Eagle belt. According to the clip we saw on Twitter, Triple H goes to a box and tells Cody that because of the retro day that is Saturday Night main event, it's going to be a flash to the past. So going to bring back something. He opens up a case. It's probably the Winged Eagle. The Winged Eagle will be the belt that Cody carries out there, which means he will retain. But we knew that was going to happen already, right? I saw some people complaining, oh, now we know Cody's going to win. He's never going to lose on Saturday Night main event. Never going to happen, folks. Okay, that was never going to happen. He was never losing on that damn show. All right? I do believe Kevin Owens was right. Kevin Owens is right. He's correct. And Cody Rhodes should not have teamed with Roman Reigns, but is what it is at this point. He's a heel. It makes sense. It's a good story for Kevin Owens. Even though Cody Rhodes doesn't make much sense. That's okay, though. I do believe live on TV. It'll be live on YouTube, too, for UK folk. So if you're in the UK, you can watch on YouTube. I'm kind of hoping that UK couldn't watch. Just because, but unfortunately, UK can watch on YouTube. So anyway, United States, turn on Peacock or US or NBC, watch it on TV. Commercial breaks. Hopefully, it's picture in picture. I love that, but we'll see. Take me. I know, right? Take me. Only UK can watch it on YouTube. I think so. Maybe Europe as well, but UK for sure. KO winning, I would love that. Again, he's right. Kevin Owens is right, but I don't think it's going to happen. But it would be kind of crazy. Can you imagine if KO won and he held up the winged eagle and left with the belt? That'd be crazy. If he did win, when would Cody win it back? Netflix? That could work. Netflix is a Mania show, right? It's Mania. What would be more Mania than having Cody win the belt back on Netflix? I still don't see it though. It would be a good choice though, a strong choice to have Cody drop the belt, drop the winged eagle belt. The more I think about it, I just think it's a stronger choice. Now that I'm thinking about it in real time, it's the strongest choice. You have Cody showing up with the winged eagle, right? Nobody thinks he's gonna lose it. Everybody thinks he's gonna retain. Then you have him lose to Kevin Owens, and he holds the belt up high, the winged eagle. That'd be crazy. But I'm not convinced. Fortunately, I'm not convinced. But it'll be a hell of a statement to have him win the winged eagle off of Cody Rhodes. Do they have the balls? Yes. They have the balls. Would it happen? Probably not. But I do think they have the balls to do it. Like, I think Triple H would do it if he thought it was the best storyline. Triple H is a story guy. Whatever the best story is, he's going to do it. So I think he would do it if it was the best storyline, but I don't know. That'd be crazy. But yeah, good match. It'll be a main event. Cody winning would be crazy, but I don't see it. I'm gonna roll with Cody for now. But I do believe the stronger choice would be to have Kevin Owens win because he's right, and for the visual of him holding up the winged eagle would be kind of crazy. Always win it back on a Netflix debut. You can always win it back on the next Saturday night main event, but whatever. Probably not. Probably not. Next, we have everybody's favorite match, Liv Morgan against Io Sky, right? I asked the chat, who's winning? Who's winning this match? Io or Liv Morgan? Who's winning? Io or Liv Morgan? Io's winning? Liv retains, but I sell my soul for Io to take it. Here's the thing, folks. There's about a 0.0000000000000000000% chance that Liv dropped the belt here. Why? Well, because Rhea has to do it, right? It would be weird. It would be weird to have her drop the belt to somebody else not named Rhea Ripley, considering the last, 8 months. Considering what's happened the entire time, for her to drop the belt to anybody else but Rhea Ripley would be storytelling malpractice. It would be storytelling malpractice. We all know here, we're all smart fans here. We know that Liv Morgan will retain. The question is, how? How will she retain? Will Raquel get involved? Will Rhea Ripley come down there and mess up the match for Io? Will she beat her clean? Can you imagine? Oh, the Joshi fans will lose their damn minds if Io lost clean to the Morgan. Does Rhea accidentally cost her the match? That could work well. Depending on how it's executed, it could work well. if you want Io to hate Rhea for whatever reason, right? Then you can have her accidentally kick Io or hit her by accident, leading to the Liv Morgan victory. That could work well. Yeah, they burn it down. Can you imagine? Clean win. Oblivion! 1, 2, 3. Liv Morgan retains. Oh my God. They would freaking find Triple H's home, narrate it with anger of the highest order. They do that. But yeah, I think Liv Morgan retains, of course. Hook or crook, probably be like a smart thing maybe to have Rhea Ripley do it by accident. Maybe Rhea Ripley come down there to help her against Raquel. She takes out Raquel, but then accidentally takes out Io by accident. What's Kairi Sane doing? Is Kairi Sane involved there? Will she be down there helping Io? Who knows? But maybe if Raquel takes out Kairi Sane, this is probably going to happen. Raquel and Liv Morgan will take out Kairi Sane before the match. So maybe the SmackDown. Wait a minute. This SmackDown this week, right? This Friday, tomorrow, Raquel will take out Kairi Sane. What about Dakota Kai? This is get interesting. Well, let me think about this. There's a 3-letter answer to Dakota Kai. And that is PFC, right? PFC is feuding with Dakota Kai and Damage Control as a whole. Liv Morgan is facing Io Sky. If you want a situation where Raquel cannot go down. No, Raquel gonna go down there. She's gonna be down there. Well, you can't have Dakota Kai and Kairi down there. Maybe Rhea Ripley will not be involved at all. And that's wrong. That's wrong. This is Rhea Ripley we're talking about here. She'll be on the card. She'll have a presence on the card. I mean, not a match, but she'll have a presence on the show. You're gonna give her a presence. It'll be that match, right? But maybe they take out Dakota and Kairi Sane before the match or on SmackDown. Maybe they'll be on SmackDown for the sake of the Saturday night main event. So you have before the show, whether it's on Saturday or on Friday, whatever, Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane are taken out. They're taken out. So no Dakota Kai, no Kairi Sane for that match. Then you have Liv against Io. Raquel is getting involved. Rhea comes down there to help. Now that makes sense because you don't have Dakota Kai or Kairi Sane. So Rhea comes down there to help Io, and then it backfires. Figured out. Somebody leaked the U.S. title winner. How to do that? The show, it's until tomorrow's a double taping, isn't it? Tomorrow is a double taping. How did they get the results already if tomorrow it's a double taping? Wait a minute. Yeah, tomorrow is a double taping, right? Oh, it's a credible leaker. Okay. It's a credible leaker. Why are people spoiling the results of the match? Why are they spoiling the winner on Twitter? I don't understand that. Like, why? Double taping tomorrow, yes. But why are they leaking? That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Do you still think Rhea costing Raquel at some point during the women's IC title? Yes. I do. All right, so that's the move here. Take out Dakota, take out Kairi Sane, one-on-one, Liv, Io. Raquel comes down there, Rhea come down to help. That's how she accidentally screws Io. Io hates Rhea Ripley for messing up the match. Bada bing, bada boom, and we're moving. Now we have a triple threat match between Damian Priest, Gunther, and Finn Balor. Of course, Gunther retains. Finn Balor, Damian Priest can't stand each other. They're getting each other's way. Who takes the pin? Probably Finn. Probably Finn. This will be a good match. Finn cannot stand it. Damian Priest cannot stand him. They hate each other. That'll be their downfall during the match. Will Judgment Day get involved? Probably. You'll probably have JD and Carlito come down there. It's no DQ. This match will cook. This match will cook. Now, tell me to stay off Twitter. I won't be able to. So I'm probably going to get spoiled. I'll probably get spoiled, unfortunately, but here's a question. Who's the leaker? Don't tell me who won. Don't tell me the leak, but who's the leaker? I may be able to mute that person early on. Who leaked it? Oh yeah, Dominic. That's true. Dominic can get involved here. I think Dominic will get involved. Chris Featherstone? Okay. Yeah, I think Dominic will get involved here. Roman Reigns season? I know, right? Yeah, I think either way, Gunther retains. The question is, what's the storyline? Is it Dom getting involved? Is it Carlito and JD? Like, I think Dominic Mysterio will probably counteract whatever JD does, whatever Carlito does. Dom will counteract, play it off like it was an accident. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to. That kind of thing. But yeah, Dom will get involved. Carlito, JD will get involved. Ultimately, Gunther will retain. And I think Gunther is going to SmackDown, which means probably Finn and Damian Priest are both going to SmackDown as well. No CM Punk, Gunther. That's not happening, folks. I know you guys wanted to see that, but it's not happening. CM Punk Seth. No Gunther, CM Punk match. Interesting stuff, though. Interesting. We have Sammy. Like, that looks AI generated. Sammy and Drew McIntyre. I think Drew needs to win this. I'm gonna go Drew. I think Drew needs to go to SmackDown. Because, well, I take it back. Drew needs to be wherever Roman Reigns is. So Roman is going to be on Raw. Drew needs to be on Raw. Because Drew had not had any type of interaction with Roman Reigns. If you think about it, he's been mad at Jay because of Roman Reigns. He's been mad at Sammy because of Roman Reigns. He's been mad at Roman Reigns the entire time, but he hasn't really been able to go up against him. We need heel Drew and face Roman now. That's what we need to see. That dynamic needs to happen now. Because Drew would be right. Like, this dude screwed me, had to apologize for shit. He's an awful person. He'll be right. But he'll be right from a heel point of view this time. Different dynamic. Flipped. Crowd will be booing Drew this time around. So it was an interesting dynamic that has been flipped. I don't want to see that. So give me Drew on Raw with Roman Reigns. Cena versus Gunther. Cena versus Drew McIntyre. That could work. That's not the last match. Oh yeah, the other one is the one that's not been announced yet because we don't know the results. Well, we're not supposed to know the results, but people are leaking it. It is Bayley taking on Chelsea Green, and it is Michin taking on Tiffany Stratton. I'm certain that Tiffany won't win. That'd be stupid because she's the current Money in the Bank holder. So it'll be Michin, Bayley, or Chelsea Green. Now, I've said time and time again that if Chelsea Green is going to the final, she better win it. Because she's so over right now, the crowd will boo like crazy if she doesn't win. So if the plan is for her not to win, let her lose to Bayley for the love of God. Okay? Don't do that to yourself, WWE. Don't do it. Do not have her win and then lose in the final. The crowd will be upset. Okay? Now I'm about to click on Twitter here, knowing damn well that could be spoiled immediately. I'm going to do it with the off chance that I'm not spoiled here. So just go to Twitter real quick, and I'm going to see if I can maneuver by avoiding any spoilers. Let's see. Homepage. Do not look that hard. So now I'm scared. I'm not looking at Twitter. Then it's the corner of my eye as I scroll. I can't do this. I'm about to look eventually. I'm looking. Not spoiled yet. Okay, cool. Apparently, Chris Featherstone, I'm not following that person. I'm not following that person, but so I don't know what the hell happened. But of ignoring any possible spoilers, right? Ignoring all that, I think Bayley should probably beat Chelsea Green. I think Bayley should probably win the entire thing, honestly. If you want to legitimize that title, you want that title to be a big deal, put it on Bayley. Put the other title on Lyra. So you have Lyra as the IC title winner, Bayley as a US title winner. Two established, good in-ring workers. You know, what I would do. The story to be told there. I swap them. Put Becky on Raw with Bayley. So move Bayley, right? Put Lyra on SmackDown. And go from there. That's what I would do. It's going to happen? Probably not. But I do believe that Bayley on Raw could work well, especially if Dakota Kai is upset about losing the IC title. You see Bayley as champion, she's upset. That could work really, really well. But that's just me. That is just me. Straight up spoiling results. Why is he doing that? First of all, Triple H needs to maybe they put out like fake results to the masses, but Triple H needs to do a better job like locking down. Okay, so Roman Reigns' season is hinting at Melo's opponent, so maybe I should mute him. It's kind of annoying, man. All right, guys, any questions? If you want me to talk about AEW, I will. If you want me to, but I have no desire to, so I'll leave it up to you. Any question about anything? I hate people who feel the need to like, oh, I know the results. Me spoil it. So dumb. Like, who cares if you know the results? Why are you spoiling it online? It's so stupid. He spoiled Carmelo's opponent. So I'm assuming it's a big deal. So I'm just gonna mute that, and I muted it. So, like, if it's something to be spoiled, oh, I remember now. Okay, I remember now, because it was hinted by Nick Aldis that he'd be facing somebody. So the question was, who would it be? Would it be, Rick Williams? Could it be Penta? You know, sort of hinting at that. So, but we'll see. I'll try to avoid spoilers, but I probably won't be able to. Yeah, I mute to avoid spoilers. We'll see. Will Zarya and Sol Ruka win next week? Probably. Unfortunately for the last in Jakara stands, I think they'll probably win. Yeah, I think they'll probably win. For better or for worse, Zarya and Sol Ruka will probably win. You know, they could use the loss to strike up a feud between Zarya and Sol Ruka. Why not have Zarya get upset with Sol Ruka? They get mad at each other, and that is a feud. Zarya and Sol Ruka, why not? Nia doesn't deserve all the hate. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. So Nia Jax, we don't know for sure why she got off Twitter, but Nia Jax is off Twitter. People are speculating it's because they've been sitting on her because of the Survivor Series match where she was trying to avoid hurting people. So some of her chair shots were not the best. Not really her fault, actually. Not supposed to take chair shots to the head. So somebody approaching you with their head up, you have to avoid them by hitting them on the side. And it looked bad, but all she was trying to do was not hit them in the head. So she was doing the right thing. It's up to the person taking the shot to get in a position to be looking down with their back up so they can get hit with the chair. But because they were sitting up like this, straight up, she had to like avoid the head. And it looked bad, but not her fault. They should be in position to take the chair shot, so it's not her fault. But she's getting a lot of shit online because of it, and it's unfortunate, but it's not her fault. I don't think so. She'd be doing good work. I don't know why everybody forgetting about that because she had one supposed bad match. It's so silly. She's been doing great all year. She's been great all year. So yeah, it's an unfortunate situation. Yeah, she wanted them to be safe. Nia preparing for Charlotte Flair taking her title. Or Tiffany Stratton. If you ask some people around here, I think it'll be Tiffany, but we'll see. Either way, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But what should she do, Iron Dome? I said Iron Dome. Iron Doom, what should she do? If she's holding the chair and her opponent is sitting straight up, what's she supposed to do? Hit him in the head with the chair? Or what should she do in that situation? It's up for her opponent needs to be in position to take the chair shot. They should not be sitting up straight like this. Like, she's not supposed to hit him in the head. Like, what is she supposed to do? So Charlotte Flair, Julia, and Rhea Ripley are the next set of champions. Julia, yes. Rhea Ripley, yes. Charlotte Flair, we don't know. That's the speculation online. And honestly, if that's the case, then I think the internet is too right. The internet might be too right if that's the case. Because they all want Julia to be champion now. They all want Rhea Ripley to be champion now because they're tired of the Liv Morgan run. And they all want Charlotte Flair to be champion. I'm sorry, to Tiffany be champion. Set up the Charlotte Flair feud. So never mind, David, never mind. The internet wants Tiffany to be champion. Take it back. Not Charlotte Flair, they want Tiffany. Because they want her to cash in, yeah. And then Charlotte Flair wins the Rumble or in Chamber to get to Mania. Okay, never mind. But they want Tiffany to be champion heading into Mania. During the Roxanne and Julia rematch at New Year's Evil, Corey gets attacked backstage during the match, and it shows that Stephanie is standing tall over her. Yep. This can distract Roxanne to give Julia. I think Cora Jade will get down to the ring. I think she'll get all the way down to the ring, and then Stephanie will interfere. So Stephanie will step in at ringside, I think. So it won't be backstage. It's just my thought process. You get down to the ring. Charlotte beating Nia at Saturday Night main event in January, maybe. The main issue with the War Games was Nia Jax starting, which was stupid. I can understand that. Maybe they do Candice LeRae Bailey or Tiffany Bailey or Tiffany Bianca. I agree. The first 5 minutes should be good from a pace standpoint and an in-ring standpoint. So maybe you do Bianca Tiffany or Candice Bailey, something like that to start the show. Not so much Nia Jax at the beginning, maybe. I agree with that. Charlotte catches in on Nia before. That's funny. Cora will get beaten right in front of Roxanne. She gets down to the ring. She stands on an apron. Stephanie comes up, pulls her down, punches her in the face. That'll be that. Charlotte should not beat Nia Jax. Why not? Why not? Explain yourself. Why shouldn't she beat good old Nia Jax? I'm scrolling Twitter again. Triple H thanking who? Jalen Brunson? Okay, cool. Let me check Reddit real quick. Check Reddit and see if anything's going on Reddit I need to know about. What does Mina have to say about her match with Brian May? Women from the hell always return where they belong. Okay. But make sure you find your way back. I'll make sure you find a way back. Okay. Oh, we not play this because AEW does not play. They do not play with their copyright. Any possible Netflix match? Oh shit. Oh yeah, it's not fine. That's fine. I thought it was another copyright situation. Any possible Netflix matches? Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley. Lyra against Zoe Stark for the IC title. Roman versus Solo 101. Maybe. I don't know. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, maybe. Cody. Can you imagine if it was Kevin Owens? To get his belt back, maybe? Probably not. Cody cut a promo. Braun Breaker, maybe? I think I said Seth versus Punk already, right? Seth versus Punk. Oh, Drew Roman could be good. That's good. That's a good call. Drew Roman. That's fresh. That's new. With the heel dynamics flipped, that could work well. Tiffany should cash in when they face off. Charlotte Flair cannot beat Nia in that instance. Oh, I see what you're saying. So Charlotte against Nia Jax is the match that's happening, and Tiffany catches in during the match. When do you think Jade actually returns? Jade Cargill will return sometime in January. I don't know when. Maybe the SmackDown after Saturday Night Main Event. Maybe the SmackDown before Rumble. Maybe Royal Rumble itself. Who knows? But if she's healthy, she'll be in the Rumble. So sometime in January. Drew is the unsung hero. I agree. He's been great. Yeah, sometime in January, I think. Anything else before sign out of here? Any other topics to discuss before? Is this a Mania match? Is this a Mania match for you guys? Drew versus Finn? Men get non-title singles feuds. Is this a Mania match? No. Bianca was behind the attack? I don't think so. Doesn't make any sense under any circumstance. I've seen worse. Give me a stipulation. I'll be with it. People really want EO. Yeah, they do. They really, really want her to win. It won't happen, but they want it to happen very, 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 very much. Street fight, that could work. Yep, street fight, Dom, Finn could work well. No, I don't think Bianca is the one behind it. It makes no sense under any circumstance. No matter how you slice it, it makes no sense. I've talked about it before. Bianca Belair attacking her tag team partner because reasons is a terrible heel turn. They're tag team partners. Bianca Belair has been getting all the pins. She's been getting all the shine and the attention from the tag team. Not been outshined whatsoever. Jade Cargill gets no pinfalls. She's kind of there. She's a hot tag merchant. There's nothing that would cause Bianca Belair to turn on Jade Cargill for funsies. There's no reason for it to happen. If it happens, it'd be stupid. I can't think of it. I've tried to come up with any possible storyline that would make sense for her attacking Jade Cargill and costing herself a match in the U.S. title picture or the tournament. Cost herself the first round match for what? To attack her partner for what? She's still walking around with the tag team championships. Like, if she would have got rid of the tag team championships immediately, like, get out of here. I don't want this. Had she gone to Nick Aldis and say, hey, Nick Aldis, unfortunately, Jade Cargill's out, so I feel like I need to drop the titles. Maybe I'll be kind of like suspicious, like, why are you trying to drop the title so quickly? Like, what's going on there? That hasn't happened. She's still walking around with that damn tag title. Still walking around with it. It makes no sense. Okay. So let's hopefully they have some type of explanation for why Naomi did it. That makes sense. I think that makes the most sense. Having Bianca attack Jade Cargill is stupid. In my opinion. From a storyteller. Now, they could do it, sure, but it just wouldn't make sense to me. It'd be stupid. But anything is possible when it comes to writing. Like, who knows? I can't tell them to tell a good story. They have to tell a good story themselves. It's on them. They got to make a good story. I can only hope that it makes sense, but they can do something stupid. At any point, they can make a stupid decision. Anything else? Yeah, I'm like, that would be a fine match. A fine Mania match. Get them on a card. Now, can you imagine if this was Liv Morgan's only appearance? Let's say Liv Morgan comes down there to help Dom. That's it for Mania. That'd be unfortunate. But not impossible. Not impossible. Yes, the Continental Classic is dumb. It should be a main title feud or main title tournament. The winner should be facing Moxley. That's what they should have done, but they didn't. And that mid-card tournament taking a lot of time out of the show. It should be for the main title, but it's not. Fortunately, they have freaking Moxley facing off against 4 dudes. Well, not 4, 3. Well, 4 kind of, if you can include Christian Cage, who has a little cash-in contract, but it's Jay White, it's Orange Cassidy, it's Hangman Page. They're all wanting that belt. They all hate Moxley. It's just very contrived and weird. I hate the storyline. It's very mid-card belt. Very mid-card title. Very mid-card feud. But it's a top feud for whatever reason. And I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Yuta, Marina, Moxley, Pac, Claudio. This is your top storyline, your top feud. I just don't. It feels mid-card to me. Very mid-card to me. Not even the talent. I mean, the feud. The feud feels mid-card. The booking of it feels mid-card. If you want to do a round-robin tournament, the winner of that tournament should face Moxley. But it's not happening. It's for the mid-card belt. It's just a mistake. And you will see tonight by the damn ratings when it comes under Netflix, which is not Netflix. I keep doing it. I keep putting Netflix where NXT is. When it comes under NXT with the ratings, you'll see that they have a problem. And it was not going to change anytime soon. Moxley as a heel is not over. Yeah, just not the best. Now it's a fatal 4-way. At World's End, it'll be Moxley against Orange Cassidy, against Hangman against Jay White. I know what's going to happen. Claudio and Yuta and Marina Shafir and Pac are going to come down there and they're going to get involved. They're going to interfere in the match and that'll be that. Moxley will retain and that's that. Yeah, I just don't know what's the point. Yeah, Takeshita is he's facing the winner of the damn Continental Classic, and he's kind of just like off TV. It's not great. Liv and Dom might do a mixed tag against Zelina and Ray. That could work if you transition Liv away from. Will Liv fans be happy with that? will Liv Morgan fans, would they be happy with that storyline? Dom, Liv, Zelina, Ray. Would they be happy? Would they be okay with that? It's better than nothing. It's a main roster Mania match. It's a Mania feud. She's on the card. Was she on the card last year? No. So that's a step in the right direction for Liv Morgan. Beggars can't be choosers. I know they feel like Liv Morgan put in a lot of work. She put in a lot of work this year between her title run, the media, the mic work, kissing Dom, being in a relationship, all the social media back and forth with Rhea Ripley. She put in a lot of work. And they want her to be rewarded with that Mania spot. But unfortunately for her, her story could end in January. Early January on Netflix. That'll be that for that storyline. Lucky for her, though, she's in a feud with Finn, right? She's in a feud with Finn. There's a storyline to be told there between Judgment Day members, so maybe it'll all work out for her in the long term for the Mania spot. But right now, it could be slim pickings for Liv Morgan on the Mania card. A lot of Liv fans feel like, let me try that again. A lot of Liv fans like the act of Liv and Dom, so yes. The act could work. Yeah, that's true. I guess so. We'll see. But it's one thing to like an act. It's another thing to think she'll be in a Mania title match for the top of the card for the top damn prize of a world title. It's one thing to think that and then go down to a mid-card tag team mixed title match. So it depends. They will crash out if it was a Wyatt Six against Judgment Day with Liv Morgan getting attacked by Nikki Cross. They'd be upset. They'd be upset by that. Legitimately, they'd be really upset. We went from Liv Rhea Ripley to Liv Nikki Cross. Yeah, that'd be a problem for Liv Morgan fans, you would think. But hey, as long as he keeps posting these pictures, they'll be fine. By them, I mean Liv Morgan fans. And this picture she just posted, as long as she does this, that's all they need to see. Their appetites will be, just look at these responses. Queen, hello, McMorgan, hello, mother, GM, my God. Hi, gorgeous, hi, pretty, you're so stunning, fires, hearts emoji, ma'am, respectfully, beautiful without your makeup on, you're so beautiful, hey, mama. As long as she does this, they'll be okay with the Mania spot, no matter what it is, right? Am I right about that? I mean, Rhea Ripley fans are the same. They're the same as well when it comes to picture drops from Rhea Ripley. So let's not pretend like it's not the same. It is. This is far from over. I'll reach the top no matter what. There's speculation that Mina Shirakawa will leave Stardom in March and she'll sign with AEW permanently. I think that is going to happen probably. I think that's a move. Her booking has slowed down in Stardom. So I would not be surprised one bit if Mina moves to AEW full time. But we'll see. We'll see. Why is Wyatt Six seen as a downgrade feud? Because it's a mid card. Wyatt Six is in the mid card, whereas Rhea Ripley is the top babyface in the entire women's division in terms of booking. So it's a downgrade for sure. So that's why they'd be upset for that reason. Toni Storm against Harley Cameron. That's her first match, huh? First match back will be Rampage with nobody watching. Toni Storm against Harley Cameron. Interesting decision there from Tony Khan, putting her return match on Rampage at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I got no words. Mina come talk to HBK. I don't see it, folks. I don't see a Mina Shirakawa NXT run or WWE run at all. I think she's too much now in the, how do I say it? She's too much in the AEW kitchen. Okay, she's too much in the AEW scene at this point. She's too ingrained. That's a word. She's too ingrained at this point to go anywhere else, I think. For me, I think she's going to go to AEW now, and that'll be that. That'll be that. Yeah. And besides, the WWE is very much crowded right now in NXT for the women. You need to make space, honestly. They need to make space. The WWE women's division is going to be so too heavy. Yeah. I think so. I think some people may get cut. I think some people are moving up to the main roster, of course. But yeah, there's a lot of like bodies down there at NXT, so you got to clear some room first. It's kind of crowded. It's kind of crowded. So after the call-ups, we'll see how it looks. We have, let's see, dive in some Joshi real quick. Joshi scene, we have Margot show tomorrow, or this morning, tomorrow morning, however you want to call it, tonight if you're in Japan. Sari against Nanae, that's a loss for Nanae. Sari wins and takes on Utami at First Dream. You have tag team match here, of course. Mirai and Mai Sakurai will retain here. Sorry, Chiaki, not happening for you tonight. You will lose. And champions will retain. We'll see how that goes though. This match, who are they facing at First Dream? I don't know who they're facing at First Dream. Maybe no one yet. Maybe there's no match at First Dream right now. I don't know. But Nika signs, Chiaki loses. Then we have a 6-woman tag, the classic 6-woman tag. The biggest problem I have with the Joshi scene, let me be honest with you guys. Biggest problem I have with Japanese wrestling for the women is too much tag team action. Is too much random tag teams. One show is a 6-woman tag match. Next show is a random 6-woman tag match. Next show is another random 6-woman tag match. A lot of 6 women, 8 women, 4 women, 10 women tag matches. And I'm just like, they get kind of like, they all blend together. They all blend together. It's repetitive. And I'm like, who gives a shit? But a lot of great talent. It'll be a fun match, I'm sure. Team on the left win. Sorry, Miku Ano, you will lose. I got Victoria, Utami, and Koki winning that match. But who cares? It's a nothing match. It's just random 6-woman tag. Now, to be fair, Koki and Chika Goto are feuding right now because see that green belt they have here? That is Noah's new belt. And Koki Amare is the champion. And she'll be facing Chika Goto. So that's why it's happening, I guess. So after the match, they may cut a promo. Koki Amare will get on the mic and cut a promo against Chika Goto. It's probably why it's happening. But yeah, it's a nothing 6-woman match. Then you have this match. So Myla Grace pinned Natsumi Suzuki here. So that means that Natsumi will win. Why? She has a match against Victoria Yuzuki at First Dream. So this is like a one-off here. Nice gesture to Myla Grace. She will lose, but she gets the opportunity to show her stuff. Maybe she cooks in the ring with Suzuki. So we'll see how that goes. But Suzuki will ultimately lose the belt, I think, to Toyo Suzuki at First Dream. But yeah, we have nothing's in doubt. Nothing is in doubt here. Cherie wins. Tag team champions retain. I think Koki Amore and her crew will win. And then Natsumi wins. That's that. Do y'all see Zeta Steel in NXT? Yes. That's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I do believe she will end up in NXT. She'll have the same role that Chelsea Green has on the main roster. That's going to be her role. Good character work. We'll get the crowd on her side. We'll get over very quickly. But her in-ring is not there yet. Her in-ring needs work. Her in-ring needs the PFC. You need to go to the PFC. I just said PFC. The PC, not the PFC. She can work with the PFC. Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, they can teach her a thing or two. But ultimately, she needs to go to the PC to develop her in-ring. But the character work is there. The personality is there. Likability, good on the mic. That's all there. But she needs a lot of work in the ring. PFC. I'm losing it. PFC. Let's see. Good for Bill Belichick being the coach of North Carolina. That's good for him. Anything else happening here on the Twitter sphere? I won't talk about Dream Queendom until later on. That's the end of the month, so no need to talk about Stardom right now. What else? That's kind of it now. Let's see. Is Kylie Ray the new Bailey? That's kind of her vibe. Well, her gimmick is close to Hug Bailey, the hugger. Not exactly the same, but kind of similar. It could work if that's where they wanted to go. My entire storyline for her would have been her coming in as a babyface and trying to like get close to heel Bailey and having her remind Bailey of her previous self. But that can't happen at this point. I don't think that's going to happen at this point. If anything, you bring her in as a admirer to Bailey who like loves Bailey but turns heel. So almost like a Trish Stratus, Mickie James situation where she idolizes Bailey. She idolizes the hugger. She wants to get close to Bailey. Bailey's like, chill out, lady. Like, you're getting too close here. And then she turns on Bailey. Same situation there. That's what I would do. So I bring her in as like a obsessed hugger Bailey fan. That's what I would do. Izzy is not the best wrestler, so I wouldn't say so. Like Mariah, Toni Storm, yeah. That works. Toni Storm was, had a run in Stardom. She's a legend over there. She won the red belt. And Mariah May was genuinely a fan of Toni Storm and was inspired by her Stardom run. So she like brought that into the storyline, and it worked well. You could do a similar situation because that storyline also kind of mirrored Trish, Mickie James. So yes, you tell a story like that. Kylie Ray comes in, she seeks out Bailey, and then ultimately she turns on her. That worked well. You deleted it completely? I thought she just like deactivated it. She deleted her Twitter completely? I think she just deactivated it. Could be wrong. I think it's just deactivated. Right? Yeah, she got hit because for stupid reasons. Stupid. Yeah. Any lasting questions before I wrap it up here? Yeah, she got hate for being safe. You hate for being unsafe. She gets hate for being safe. I think they just like to hate on her, which is an unfortunate situation. Everybody talking about the whole rise in price for YouTube TV is kind of ridiculous. I mean, $83 a month. It started at freaking 30 something and change. Now it's 83 because they're freaking paying for NFL Sunday Ticket, $2 billion. So now I got to freaking rack up the price to $83. It's insane. Insane. Insanity. Went from 35 in 2017 to now is more than double. I miss PlayStation TV. That's what I had at first. I had PlayStation TV. Then that canceled it. It canceled itself, or like they canceled it. So I went to YouTube TV. But yeah, that's ridiculous. But there's no other alternative that's as good as it. So I don't know what to do. Does Mania get 4 or 5 women's matches? That's a good damn question. I think it's 5. Get 5. World title, WWE title, US title, IC title, and a tag team match of some sorts. And that's like the maximum. If you think about 6, you're daydreaming. I think that's crazy. We'll get 5. And I'll use those damn matches to like the mid-card belts to give other stars on the card. So like, for example, if the matches, let's say for example, matches are Liv, Rhea. I'm just spitballing here. Liv, Rhea, Bianca, Charlotte, right? I'm just making up something. Then the mid-card could be Jordynne Grace, Becky, Lyra, Jade, Naomi, Bayley, right? You use the mid-card to add some more stars on the card. It's a good opportunity to have like younger stars like Lyra have a match with the more established stars like a Becky or Bayley, put them over, like give them a rub. Similar to how Gunther had a match with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, or like how Braun Breaker will have a match as well this year. Use the mid cards to have a rising star and a established star, and have them make it seem like a big deal. For example, a Lyra Becky match for mid card belt is a big match. IC title Lyra Becky, that's big. That's big. And that's huge for Lyra Valkyria. That stage against a Becky Lynch, put her over, or even beat her, whatever. Like, I don't care about the result. But it's that match, it would be a good match for Lyra in her career. You do that. Use the mid-card belts to have stars with up-and-coming players on the rise. That's what you do. I think you'll have 5 matches, though, for women. 5. I agree, Richard. Probably the hardest. Her and Charlotte in the same boat in terms of like predicting the match. Like, you fantasy book all day. You fantasy book Tiffany, Charlotte, Flair best. I mean, there's no evidence. Charlotte has never interacted with Tiffany, not once. Not one interaction between the two, right? So that's just like pure fantasy booking. So yeah, I think Bianca Belair's match is the hardest to predict for sure. It's the hardest. Will Roxanne Julia main event? I would think so. Considering the women main evented deadline, considering the main evented last night, I think they're realizing that the women drive the ratings. So that's what they're doing right now. The women are driving the ratings, so they're having the main event. I do believe Roxanne will lose to Julia in the main event at New Year's Evil. We'll get picture in picture, so commercial breaks won't be that bad. But when it comes to Bianca Belair, comes to that woman, we don't know what the hell she's doing. It could be something with Jade. It could be something with Naomi. It could be something with Nia Jax. It could be something with Charlotte Flair. It could be anything. She can move to Raw, and then all bets are off. Nobody knows her booking. I just hope it is a one-on-one match. Is that too much to ask? Probably. Only way it's a one-on-one match if it's a world title match. I don't think Bianca Belair will be in the mid-card belt scene at Mania. I don't see it. So if it's a singles match, it'll be for the world title, which I don't really see happening. So, dare I say, Bianca Belair will be in a tag team match at Mania again. I hope I'm wrong, but I just don't see it. Who from the main roster needs a NXT fresh or refresh? Who from the main roster needs a NXT refresh? It depends on what you call it refresh, like a new character all together. Well, the men's division is pretty rough right now. So you be someone in the men's division that needs to go down. Someone like Giovanni Vici. Giovanni Vinci, yeah, I don't know. Maxine is probably where she is now. She was a character actor, a character performer with the Otis. Sending her down would make no difference. NXT is too stacked right now to send her down there, so it's no use. That's fair, Brianna. So Ruka and Zarya will go down to they'll win their match because they can't have another loss because they lost at Iron Survivor. Maybe. I also think Lash and Jakara lost their last match too, so I don't know. But I agree with you. They're using Lash and Jakara to put over talent. I think they're ready for the call up now, so they're just using them to have random matches. I don't think they're gonna have a long feud. I think Lash and Jakara go up very quickly. So, what PLE will we see? EO versus Julia? Maybe never. I'm kidding. If that happens, it could be on a TV show. SmackDown or Raw. Look at EO Asuka. Where did that happen? On SmackDown. Let's not assume that Triple H will like. It'll be interesting to see Julia's booking. It'll be interesting to see her booking. In Roxanne Perez's. NXT is one thing, main roster is another. EO is probably one of the best, not probably, she's considered by many to be one of the best ever from the Joshi scene, one of the greatest ever Joshis, and she's not like, she's getting like Mania matches, right? But she's not like getting pushed to the moon. Will Julia get that push on the main roster? I don't know. Will her booking be better than EO's? Will she win the Rumble? Will Julia win a Mania singles match for a championship at Mania? Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen with Julia on the main roster. I do believe that NXT is going to be her realm. Once the main roster comes up, it's a different ball game, folks. It's a different ball game with that crop of women, that star power. Will she get a Mania singles match at some point? Yes. Especially because of the mid-card belts. Will she be the face of Raw or SmackDown? I'm not convinced of that. But she'll be up there. She'll be up there. This is EO wins the Rumble. It's gone up. It's gone up. Once it's been confirmed, well, it's not been confirmed, but now that people think that Rhea Ripley will win the belt at Netflix, on Netflix in the first show, I think that EO's chance of winning the Rumble went up. But the chamber is always there, so if Rhea Ripley is champion, 50-50. If you're champion, 50-50 for EO. So we'll see. 50-50. It depends on if who can get over on the, yeah. Yes, true. Who's over, who's popular, and who got the storyline? Who saw Liv Morgan getting this type of push? Who saw it? Nobody. But she injured Rhea Ripley. And this happened. So sometimes things get lucky. Things happen. Things fall into place, and you're getting pushed very strongly because of an injury. So you never know how things will play out. EO winning the chamber, Charlotte winning the Rumble. Wouldn't surprise me none. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Assuming. So Charlotte Flair would be the second time winner, huh? The second time winner would be Charlotte Flair. Sounds appropriate. Makes sense. Charlotte or EO are probably the favorites right now. Assuming Rhea Ripley beats Liv Morgan at the Netflix show, the first show, then yes, it'll be Io, Charlotte Flair at the favorites. Bianca not winning it until the Rhea Ripley feud. So yeah, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair. That's pretty much it. Not Jade, because Jade's not going to be in the world title picture, so not Jade. So yeah, it'd be Charlotte or Io. Yeah, those are two. Pretty much it. When do we find out Jade Cargill's attacker? Sometime before the Rumble. Sometime before the Rumble. I think. Considering she's not actually injured, sometime before the Rumble, and I just hope that it's not Bianca Belair. I hope it's not her. All right, folks. That is it for the stream. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and give me your thoughts on the Saturday night main event and everything else we talked about. Does Bianca and Nia Jax happen before Nia and Charlotte Flair? It should. Because if Bianca does not face Nia Jax, then what is she doing? What is she doing? They already ruled out Piper Niven, so now she has to accuse Nia Jax. What else? Who else are they going to accuse? That'd be Nia. Yo, Nia, did you do it? That's the next move. Nothing else makes sense. If she accuses anyone else, it doesn't really work. So she ruled out Piper Niven last week. So the way I see it is, every week she accuses somebody. Piper Niven was one. That's now a wrap because Saxton has already said it wasn't her. Now you move on to Tiffany or Candice LeRae or Nia Jax, right? So I do believe the Nia Jax feud is up and coming because Bianca will accuse her and she'll say, you know what? Since I know it was you, now I'm going to take your belt. I'm taking your belt and I'm going to hurt you like you hurt me. And then Naomi's like, yeah, Bianca, you do that. Don't look at me. Yeah, do that. Do that. Blair. She could accuse Blair. That'd be fun. She wrestles Blair next week. That'd be kind of funny. Remember, tomorrow is double taping, so we'll know. We could know like a lot of stuff tomorrow. We could know like we're gonna get 2 weeks of spoilers. Well, not 2 weeks, but 1 week will be live, and next week will be spoilers. So we could know. And honestly, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad about knowing what's going to happen next week. I kind of want to know. Give me the spoilers. Tell me if Bianca's accusing somebody on the next show, okay? If she accuses somebody tomorrow, I won't know who she's accusing the next week. So I'll be looking at those spoilers for sure. I'll be reading all of the spoilers because I can't wait, okay? I can't wait to find out who the hell it is, what's happening. If they're smart, I'll be upset about the spoilers because if they're smart, they will not reveal who it is on a double taping because they're going to get out. But if they're smart, they'll have like less spoilers on a double taping, right? Maybe you have her accusing someone next week or tomorrow, then you have a match for the second taping. That way, nothing's really revealed. Probably better do it that way instead of having like major spoilers. Like, imagine if they found out who did it on the tape show. Oh, Naomi, it happened on the tape show. You'll see it in a week. That'd be stupid, right? So if they're smart, there will be no big reveals on the double taping show. So maybe they have a match. For example, let's say she accuses Blair Davenport and they have a match on a tape show. We all know it's not Blair anyway, so who cares, right? But they shouldn't spoil anything on the double taping. Blair was the NXT parking lot. She was. Can you imagine they brought that up? Weren't you attacking all the women in NXT? Then you take out Soruka. Then you take out whatever happened to Danny Palmer? She's back. Whatever happened to Danny Palmer? Then you attack Danny Palmer. Then you attack Nikita Lyons. Yeah, they could bring that up. That'd be crazy. That'd be a huge deep dive. A huge dive into like the lore of NXT. Bring that back up. But I doubt they will. She's on Level Up? Okay. She's athletic as hell. Danny Palmer is super athletic. I don't know how they see her going forward, but she's athletic as hell. I see her as like a tag team wrestler, if anything like that, but yeah. It was her baby. It's crazy. So yeah, no huge spoilers for the tape show, but I will be reading it because I can't help myself. And hopefully tomorrow get some new developments. I think Bianca and Naomi will be going around trying to figure out who did it. There'll be detectives on the scene, and they'll have to like narrow it down. So to move on to maybe Blair Davenport or maybe Candice LeRae, they'll have that match with Bianca. Only thing I don't want to see, I don't want to have Bianca wrestle everybody, and then ultimately it ends up being her. That'd be so stupid. That'd be stupid. I'd be really annoyed. I prefer if it was Naomi, especially if Naomi is there the whole entire time as her little butt buddy, her little companion, helping her be a detective. It'd be so good if it was Naomi. If it's not, then what do? Let's say it's Bianca Belair. Let's say Bianca did it. Then it becomes not Naomi says, Bianca, it was you. Then Bianca attacks Naomi, and then they wrestle, and then there's walking around with the tag team championship the entire time. It's just weird. It'd be too forced. Let it be Naomi, for the love of God. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Beyond Blair Davenport, she can, like beyond Blair, she can accuse Lash and Jakara. Because Lash got Jade Cargill's, I figured it out. There it is. There's the next one. Not Blair. She'll accuse Lash Legend. Because Lash Legend got her spot. Lash Legend replaced Jade Cargill in that match. So she'll accuse Lash Legend. Make it Bianca versus Lash. Can you imagine? Bianca versus Lash on SmackDown? Everybody's like Lash Legend. Why not? Why not do Lash versus Bianca Belair 1-on-1? That'd be crazy. The internet would go crazy for that match. They'd be so hyped. That's my story, folks. Lock it down. Tomorrow, Lash Legend versus Bianca Belair. Or on the tape show. On the tape show or the first show, it'd be Bianca versus Lash Legend. Bianca should be suspicious of Naomi. What if someone else tells her? Yeah. What if someone else tells her? Oh, yeah. What's funny is, wait a minute. What about Bayley? I keep forgetting about Bayley. Like, it's almost like she's not there. In the mid-card scene, I forgot about her. But Liv Morgan accused Bayley. Remember, Liv Morgan said, "Hey, Bianca, why aren't you accusing Bayley, considering she got in the War Games match?" There's ways you can go with this. Bayley, Lash Legend, probably not Blair, but Lash, Bayley. Then, of course, Tiffany, Candice LeRae, and then Nia Jax. But yeah, Bayley should still be an option here. I hope they don't just completely forget about that, but they might. They might have completely forgotten about it. But Bayley and Lash Legend will be my next two suspicions. That would be my next two suspects. All right, folks, I'm wrapping up for real now. Thanks so much for joining the stream. If I see something else in the chat, I'm just going to stop, keep talking. So I'm going to close the chat. Thanks so much. Enjoy TNA. If you watch TNA tonight, I'm probably not going to watch TNA, but if you're going to watch TNA, enjoy that. SmackDown will be huge. Leading it right into Saturday night main event. It'll be fun. If you're going to watch Rampage, watch Toni Storm face whoever the hell she's facing. I already forgot who she's facing. Not that important. But yeah, enjoy this weekend. It should be fun. This Monday, upcoming Monday, I will do my stream for the top women of 2024. I was going to do it Sunday, but Sunday, people be talking about the Saturday night main event, so I can't do it Sunday. I just do it Monday. So I'll do a stream on Sunday about what happened on Saturday. But the Monday stream will be top 10 2024. And after that, it should be a series of different top 10s for 2024, whether it be the men, whether it be matches, whether it be feuds, stuff like that. But the first one will be on Monday, top 10 of 2024. But it live. Yeah, live stream. Do it live. Honorable mentions, do my top 10. I'll have you guys chime in, give your opinions, but I'll have my maybe 5 to 6 honorable mentions. Then I'll do my top 10 from 10 to 1. Give my reasoning, the matches you should go watch. What did it do? Why was it my what were my parameters? Like what were my determining factors, stuff like that. It'd be fun. All right, folks. Talk to you later. See ya. I see you on Twitter. What else am I gonna do? I'm on Twitter all the time anyway. So later. Hello, what's up, folks? It is I, Will, again, with Exposed in AEW